In this lesson, I'd like to show you how you can harmonise one note to make it interesting without fundamentally changing the harmony. Several jazz standards do this, such as 4, Moment's Notice, One Note Samba, Lady Bird, and on the guitar sometimes it can be difficult to maintain interest, but because of our multiple stringed advantage we can offer greater harmonic potential. Just before we get started, if you are new to jazz guitar and you want a structured guide, then I do have a free course available. Please check the link below, and that has all the information for my free beginner jazz guitar class. So for this lesson we're going to be looking at 2 examples over the Miles Davis tune 4. So basically the melody, if you were just to play it by itself, would sound like this. And there's nothing wrong with playing it like that, that's cool. And if you're playing it really quick, then it might be more efficient to actually play the melody like that. However, if you listen to players like Lenny Breau when he plays this tune, he does all sorts of kind of cool things with the chords, and I think it's just a good tune to basically explore multiple harmonic explorations with, and kind of, some good lessons can be learnt with this. We're now going to listen to the first example and talk about what's going on. So let's take a listen and I'll explain to you what's happening. So what you just heard there was basically a counter melody underneath. We had the 7th of the chord every single time, but underneath that we started with an A note, which went down to an A flat, to the 3rd, and then finally on the last one it went down to a G flat, which basically coincides with the chord change. So over the first chord change you're basically hearing that, which works pretty well there. So this kind of sounds nice as well. So the first chord is a nice chord in itself, it's a 2-note chord. Then the next one you've got the note D and A flat together, so that's kind of like a dominant 7th sound, and then you've finally got your E flat major sound. So it's basically just delaying the 1 chord a little bit there. Sounds quite bluesy, doesn't it? Now I've basically done the same thing over the F minor chord, but this time we've got kind of that minor cliche that you hear on tunes like Sentimental Mood, and it sounds like this. So here basically what we've got is an F minor chord. We're playing into the 9th this time. So if you were to harmonise it with a traditional chord melody approach, it'd look like that. But what we're doing is playing the natural 7th of the chord, which falls to the flat 7, which goes to the 6, like that. So and I'm just playing 2 notes over this A flat minor chord. There isn't really much harmonic significance for that, but it just felt a little bit empty after the entire theme had been played with 2 notes. So there's a nice little one that you can do there as well. So major 7, flat 7, 6, like that. So just a little counter melody beneath, and it's one thing that you can do on tunes, even on something like Lady Bird. You could do this. So it's just a little option to kind of create some movement. So that's the first example on how to create an interesting chord melody just by using a counter melody beneath. Another advantage to a simple counter melody like that means it's very easy to grab on the fly if you're playing this tune at faster tempos. Let's move on and have a listen to the next example. So here we are with the next example. This time we're basically using triads. So what I've done there is I basically played the triad. So I went, and I'll explain explain what I meant by that. Now you'll see if you get the PDF for this, which you can get via the link below, then you can also play those chords as slash chords. So you could play all of those chords with the correct bass note. E flat, that's a G with an E flat bass note. G minor with an E flat bass note. Then we've got a D triad, which is a bit of a stretch, that you can also play with an E flat bass note. And then you can play some really nice sus4 chords like so. So, what's going on here? So this first one, basically what we're doing is playing off this E flat major chord, but we've got, if you just bring your middle finger down there, you've got a G triad built there, and you can always move lines within a chord. So you could always play without really changing the chord, right? You know, it's like, because that's the melody note. The same would be if you were playing a tune like Misty, you know. You could do that there as well. Or you could do, as long as the chord is fundamentally what it's meant to be, and even then that's not always essential, and you've basically got the melody note there, that's the main thing. So that's what we're doing here. This is how you make an interesting chord melody, especially if you're playing with just bass or trio, no piano, like you heard on the example. So once again, we've got a G triad with an E flat bass note, G minor triad, E flat bass note, and then finally a D triad with an E flat bass note as well. And like I said, if that last one's a bit tricky, you could always just do it without the root. So it could be like that. And you could always make that A flat, so that's a G flat. I've written it out here as basically being, yeah, a G flat triad with an A flat bass note. But you can always make that kind of sound like more like a 2/5 by doing that, which is a cool thing to do as well. So the first part sounds like this. And it's basically the same thing higher up the neck when it goes to the next note. And that's kind of what's going on then. You can do all the same thing, all the same harmony applies, but once again, because this is an F minor chord, it's going to have a slightly different harmonical approach, but you can play an A flat bass note. That chord, you know, even though it's F minor, all these kind of A flat variants will work over that and sound really tasteful, like in a trio situation. So that's how I would basically suggest to try and create some interest within a chord melody using triads. But if you really want to make it sound fuller for a solo guitar situation, you can add the bass notes. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you did, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.